The Thai Parliament will soon be dissolved to pave the way for a general election in May. Our Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha has submitted the decree for a royal endorsement of the dissolution. Now, that dissolution comes after the Election Commission completed its constituency mapping. The final days of the House's four-year term will be on Thursday, the 23rd of March, but it is widely expected to be dissolved by Monday. And for more, we go to Saksith Sayasombat. He's in Bangkok. Saksith, talk us through the process of what we can anticipate to happen next. Why is Parliament being dissolved with just these few days left before the end of its full four-year term?
Now, in the history of Thailand, there has only been one prime minister who has completed a full term of 4 years, and that was Thaksin Shinawatra way back in the early 2000s. Current Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha would have been the second one, but he has decided to dissolve Parliament. I will explain a bit why. He has told reporters that he has already sent the decree, that the decree is ready for endorsement by the king, but he has been very reticent about when exactly that will happen. It is speculated that Parliament will be dissolved on Monday, March 20th, but that is not what the Prime Minister said, even though it is highly likely. Now, the reason why he is dissolving Parliament instead of letting it run its course on March the 23rd, it is basically, the reason behind it is very simple, because MPs are still switching parties all across the different boards, and dissolving Parliament would then reduce the time that a MP has to be with one party to only 30 days as opposed to 90 days if the Parliament would have run its course. That is the very easy answer. Now, we are going to wait for next week when that is going to be endorsed. And once Parliament is endorsed, once Parliament is dissolved, the Election Commission then has 5 days to set the election date, which will likely be in early May. We are then going to face at least about 2 months of campaigning, but the reality is the parties have already campaigning for a while.
That's right. Saksith, Thailand's political landscape is complex. It continues to be. But how sweet is the ground for Mr. Prayut now in terms of his chances of actually staying in office?
It is a very different landscape compared to what we were facing 4 years ago. Now, you have to keep in mind, Prayut Chan-o-cha came to power over 8 years ago in a military coup in 2014, and then a political vehicle was created with the Palang Pracharat, which is the current ruling party. However, he has now decided to switch to another party called the United Thai Nation Party, breaking off with Palang Pracharat, which is Deputy Prime Minister Prawit Wongsuwan. Now, the chances of him staying in office, it is very difficult to say whether or not they're going to be very high. One major obstacle is that his term limit, his 8-year term limit, will be over in 2025, which would be halfway a potential second term. Now, all across the board, we are also looking at many different parties, many parties that are in the current ruling coalition fighting each other over seats. But then on the other hand, the opposition, we have the Pheu Thai party that is also vying for votes. All in all, this is an election that is at the backdrop of economical hardships of the past couple of years, especially with COVID-19. So definitely it will be an election that is going to be dominated by economic themes and what party can offer the best solution to those economic votes to the voter. But the road to the campaign and to the election has just begun.
Thai voters will have plenty to consider. Saksith, thank you for that. Saksith Sayasombat there in Bangkok.